Podcast. Alright, welcome back to the Hawmie Podcast. Today, we are with the illustrious Mighty Muds. What's up, big dog? How you doing,
What's
man?
up, man? I'm fucking pumped. I feel like we should shake hands because it's like a thing.
Let's shake hands.
Go.
My sweaty hands, my sweaty hands. Man, so what's up? How you been, though?
I'm chilling, man. Just busy doing everything and everything.
Yeah.
Anything and everything, you know? Just fucking doing a lot. But
we have
we're
to,
here.
right?
Yeah,
we kind
we're
of
here.
have to.
Yeah.
So take me back to when you were a kid. Where'd you grow up? What'd you get into?
Right here in Southgate. Been there since, beginning. And yeah.
Grew up there.
We were right there. We were off Dorothy and Firestone. And then we got kicked out because they had to build like a fucking elementary school.
Oh, no shit.
So the elementary school that's on Firestone, that's the one that was where my house is. So we got kicked out. So we moved to another part. And then we were there. We've been there for, since like 2007, I think.
That's tight.
So we've been there longer than I was in the other house. But it still feels like the other house was the house.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So
you missed
weird.
that house.
Yeah. So it's kind of weird. But yeah, that's where I've been, and I don't think I'll leave.
Yeah.
I like Southgate. I like Southgate a lot.
Southgate is tight. When I was moving out of my parents' house, that was one of the places I was like, I think I'm gonna go over there, because prices are right, they're not too expensive out there.
Yeah, we lucked out even when we moved around. Me and my wife, we were still fortunate to stay around Southgate. So I think we moved out twice, and then we still stayed in Southgate. So it's still pretty good.
Oh,
I
there you
still
go.
like it. Yeah.
There you go. What'd you get into as a kid? What did you do? Did you play any sports?
No.
Or were you more so like?
I mean, I wish, because I would have loved to like play football or or basketball, but I don't think the confidence was there.
Mm.
So I don't think the confidence was there, and I knew we didn't have money. So like I knew like for the football players, you needed like X amount to like
Play
even get the
year.
jersey or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
You got whatever the stuff that you need.
Yeah.
And I was like, in my head, I was like, we don't have it, so I'm not gonna even try.
Yeah.
And I know like there could have been some options to where you raise money or something, but I wasn't even like
aware of that.
Savvy
stuff.
of that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you're young. You're a kid too.
So I would have loved to like if I could, because every time I watch like high school movies, I'm like, fuck, I wish I could have done that. Like, I would have totally been in football or something, because that would have been so fun. But no, I wasn't really doing much. Honestly, I was just fucking
going to school.
I was just going to school. I didn't really have anything until like junior. What is it? The second year before senior? What is that?
Sophomore, yeah.
Sophomore year. I think that's when I started with the camera. And I didn't even have like a professional ass camera. I just had like a little digital Canon PowerShot little silver camera. And I was just fucking taking videos, photos, videos, everything.
Yeah.
Mostly videos because my friends and I would just do stupid shit. So yeah, I would just fucking.
That's when it started.
Around. That's when I started, and I was just going around. And my dad had other stuff too, so I was just kind of capturing stuff for him.
It always kind of just starts within the family, because same thing with me. Like my parents always have had a camera around.
Yeah.
So it was like second nature for me to just pick the camera up, Did you play any like video games and stuff growing up?
Yeah, I played a lot of like Call of Duty and Gears of War. Pretty much the Xbox 360 stuff. Like when you would play online, I would play that shit constantly. So I was like doing that a lot.
Dude, junior year, or middle school going into high school, that's when it was big. The Call of Duty phase, bro, I low-key miss playing Call of Duty.
Dude, me too. Like I tried to get it back into it, and I was like, fuck, they have so much like stuff
going on
now. They have so many because before it used to be like fucking like 6 or 8 like search and destroy or free for all or fucking teams or capture whatever the fuck, right? Yeah. Now it's like so much, and I'm like, I can't even fucking try.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so much to like try to figure out.
No, you're right. What high school did you go to?
Southgate High School.
I went to Southgate High School.
Yeah, Southgate Middle School, Southgate High School. It was cool. I mean, I don't really.
Yeah.
People always said it was like a bad school or something, but I never really focused really. Honestly, I wasn't really into like school activities and shit, so I would just go to school and then go home. I wasn't really.
Yeah, it was a chill.
I didn't go to any of the dances. I didn't go to any of the activities. I didn't do any of that.
Oh, stuff. Okay.
Only grad night. Grad night is the only thing I did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember there was always a few people like that in high school that they're like, nah, I'm not gonna go.
Yeah, it wasn't even like a thing. Like I was just like, I didn't.
Yeah, you weren't like,
I wasn't gonna do. I'm not. It's not even like I'm not gonna do it or whatever the fuck. It's just more like.
Yeah.
Like no, I'm not doing.
Yeah.
It, you know, I didn't give it a second thought.
Did you so you like got into music too, right? At one point.
Yeah. We were making music around 2010, I think.
So 2010, how old were you right there? Where?
Age
wise, where were you in 2010?
Like 20 maybe.
Okay, but.
No, like 19, 18, something like that. Something like that.
So it was like out of high school.
Yeah, because 09 is 18 or 17. So yeah, probably like 18, 19. So we started with the music stuff, and that was cool.
Who did you start with?
My friend Zach and my friend Tony. We were doing music. Tony was a producer. Zach was the rapper, and I was just kind of like the behind the scenes like camera and like recording audio thing. And I was just doing that. And like we were doing that so much that it was great and it was picking up pretty nicely to our standards, I guess. And we didn't know that there was a world of like independent hip hop out there. So when we started doing it, we had no idea. And it took us like maybe 5 years to like figure out like, oh shit, there's like
a whole
shows.
Scene,
there's shows like monthly or weekly or whatever. And there's like things that we can go to that could surround us with other people, like-minded people that make music too. It's super weird because we had no idea because we were like in this little Southgate bubble, and when we started it was crazy, and then we started going around to those shows, and then Tony ended up leaving, so it was just us two, and then he would perform, but he would like need someone else to help him, so then I started helping him. And then I started helping him so much, everyone was like, "You're in it, though." And I'm like, "Well, no, not really. Like, it's his, you know,
music. Yeah.
It's his raps. I'm just like, kind of backing him up." And they're like, "No, you're in it." And I was like, "Well, I guess, like, but I'm not really." Yeah. And then I was doing that so much.
He was spitting bars.
Yeah, I was just like,
writing music.
I was just doing his stuff. Like, he was rapping. He was rapping great, and then I was just like backing him up for whatever, being the hype man.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until like, I don't know, like 2 years before we finished up that I was like, I should start a rap too. And I did one, and we did the video, and then everyone was like, what the fuck? Like, since when the fuck did you do that? And I was like, well, that was the first one. And they're like, no way, it's the first one. I'm like, well, yeah, it's the fucking first one. And it was pretty funny.
That's tight.
And then, yeah, we kept going until we couldn't, and then that's it.
Hell yeah.
Good times.
That's tight. That's tight, because, like, I've been noticing, like, a lot of photographers and filmmakers, like, they dabble into music, too. Mm-hmm. What was, like, the genre, you would say, you guys were making?
Doing all hip-hop stuff.
All hip-hop
stuff, yeah.
That's tight.
There's a lot of different types of music, but I think we were generally interested in all hip hop stuff, like like the stuff around us.
Yeah.
Like all the people that we mess with and we listen to. That's the basis of what we were going off of. But we weren't doing it like comparing it to other people around us because we had no idea people were around us. So we were kind of just making music what we liked because we liked People in the Stairs, we liked Gangstar, we liked fucking all these people around, like that we would have on our iPods.
Yeah.
So we were doing that stuff. It was fun, man. It was great. It was a good time.
Would you ever get back into it?
I don't think so. I think it was just with him, and that was it. If he's not doing it, I'm not doing it. So.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. It was like a bond then.
Yeah.
That's tight, bro.
So I don't think so. But it was fun. It was fun while it lasted.
Yeah. Baby's out here calling me in the next room, and you guys can probably hear. But yeah, dude, that's so tight. Take me back to like the video games. I mean, you told me you were playing like Call of Duty and everything. Do you still play video games today?
I have the Switch, And every now and then, like, I have to wait for stuff to render on the computer, so I just pull it out and I start fucking playing. So I have like a bunch of games that I got gifted on Christmas, so I'm kind of going through those games. So it's just super slow because I don't play it as often. So yeah, I have like a bunch of games that they gave me. So I was super lucky that my family kind of gave me all these games to kind of mess with. Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna be playing like 1, 2, 3 games a year probably.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because they're so busy.
Because I'm busy, so I'm like. But the thing that I've tried to like kind of do is that I take it with me almost everywhere that I know that I'm gonna have time to like play it. So now I started bringing it with me, and I'm like, okay, cool, I have like 10 minutes, and then I just do that instead of being on my phone, because I'd rather not be on my phone than anything else.
Yeah, I feel like games, there's something like ancestral about it, because there's so many different styles of games, right? Like there's football games, baseball games, like real in life games, and then obviously our digital games now. And it's cool to see where they're going, and it's cool that people can get paid too for doing digital streaming and doing that video game life, because I know there's adults that are older that used to play back in the day that wish they could do that. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the gaming community. I low-key, like, I miss playing games. I think one of my favorite games was Skate compared to, like, Call of Duty.
Oh, yeah, that was a good game.
Bro, forget about it. I loved that game because they had music.
They had the greatest soundtrack. That was a good soundtrack, yeah.
They had all the bangers, all the, like, really classics they would have in there.
Yeah.
Man, throwback. I low-key, like, I want to get at least Skate, like maybe on my computer.
I think they have a newer version, or they're coming out with a newer version. One of those two.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good one.
That's nostalgic for sure for a lot of kids. What about when you first started like picking up your camera? You're saying like you just started filming like random videos. What kind of videos were those?
Well, for my friends, it was kind of just we were doing skits, so we were like writing out stuff, and then we would like perform it for the camera.
Oh, okay.
So I was a camera person. I wasn't doing the skits. But, like, yeah, we had, like, some dumb, like, stupid skits that we put on Facebook. And that at the time, Facebook just had dropped video. So we put the Facebook video on there. And, like, we had one. It was so stupid. It was just, like, they confused themselves. And they said, they confused themselves. One person said something to another person. And then who spit out the water. He was like, I'm not going to suck your dick. What the fuck is wrong with it? Just so stupid. And like that shit got like 20,000 views within like a day. And we were just like, oh fuck, we should do this more. And, like, that was so funny.
Did you guys end up doing more?
Yeah, we did a couple more, and then we got a little bit more serious. But as you get serious, it's like you get like a lot lazier, or like you have a certain standard, and then it's like we just don't do it.
Yeah,
and then we stop doing it.
You start doing new things.
Yeah, so that was fun while it lasted, but yeah, that was funny times.
Funny times. What did you like? What work did you kind of get into next after that? After doing.
Well, after high school, I think I went straight to El Camino College.
Okay, yeah, you're in college.
I was there for a while, and I was doing. I was trying to do digital photography, and. Yeah, I was trying to do digital photography, and I did the FAFSA thing. I didn't get any of the FAFSA money until like the week before the semester ended. So I was really fucked throughout the whole semester because I had like 4 classes, I think. And I took all art classes because I didn't want to do any of the general stuff.
Yeah.
So I was doing that, and I was trying to do as much as I could, but you need a lot of stuff. The books are fucking expensive, and then like all the art supplies that you need are expensive, and I didn't have any of it. So everybody would have all this stuff, and I would just be there with like a paper, and I'd be like, fuck, I can't do any of this. And then digital photography was kind of like cool. I did need a camera, but I also didn't, because they were giving you like files to fuck with. Like
to edit.
Yeah. So like I learned a couple things off of it. Like now you could probably learn all that shit on YouTube, but I learned a lot of it. And when I got the money finally, I was like, well, I don't fucking need it now. Like I don't know what to do with it. So I just spent it all on the camera. So I bought like a Canon XSI. Yeah. XSI.
That's so tight. Fast for money. Hell yeah.
Something like that. It was XSI. And I took the bus from Southgate to like fucking more down Torrance area. I don't know what city it was. And it went to like Paul's Photo, I think that's what it's called. And it took like an hour and a half to get there. And I had like, I think I had like 1,200 or something like that. Yeah, that's
normally how much they gave you, yeah.
So like I was like, okay, cool. I have like this camera in mind, which is like a Canon XS or something like that. And then I went, and then I was like, okay, cool. Like, can I get this camera? And they're like, well, we don't have it.
Like, what the
I was like, well, I just spent like a whole hour and a half. And they're like, yeah, we don't have it. But we do have this Canon XSI. I think it's that one. I don't know. Or a Canon T1i, something like that. Because I know I had the T1, then I had the T2. So it might have been the T1i, and I was going for that XSI. But anyway, so I went for that camera, and they're like, we don't have it, but we have the one above it. And I was like, well, how much is the one above it? And they're like, well, it's 1,000. It comes out to like almost 1,100 something. And I was like, wow, that's how much I have. And they were like, it's great, it has this and it has this, and just basically the same stuff.
It, yeah.
And he was selling it to me, and I was like, all right. Like in my head, I'm like, fuck, I guess. Like I wanted this one because I like that version and like the way it looks and feels. But this one's like, I guess it's okay. And he was like, oh, it has like this and it has this. But the only thing that it doesn't have from the previous model is that it has video. And I was like, I don't really do video because I didn't. I was like, I don't really do video like that. And he was like, well, just, you should get it just in case, you may want to do video. And I was like, all right. Like I wasn't really interested in video like that.
At the time, yeah.
At the time. I wasn't really interested in like that. So I got it and I was like, all right. And I got the photo. I got the camera, went home, loved it, took my first few photos, and I really loved the color and everything about it. It was so sharp and I loved it. And then same thing, kind of was messing around. I don't know how long was it from there to like my first show, ska show. And then I asked my now friend, I asked him, I was like, hey, can I go to your event and shoot photos? And he was like, yeah. And then I went. And I was super pumped, and I was trying to be like professional as hell, because that's how it is. It's the beginning.
Yeah.
So I went, and it was super far from me. And again, I'm in this little bubble of Southgate, and I don't know any of the surrounding cities like that. That I went to like East LA area. I don't forget where it was. And I go there and I park, and then as I'm parking, like a car comes in and crashes at a gate, and it was like, what the fuck? And then like the guy gets out and he goes to the show, and I'm like how the like, what the hell was that? And then like I'm like, in my head I'm like, you're gonna leave your car there? Like I don't know, he was super fucked up probably. Anyway, I go into the show and I'm taking photos, and I'm like, instantly I realize like, fuck, I don't have like, the camera's not that great, because it's super dark in there, and you have to like either shoot really dark or try to mess with it. And I was like, dude, like I can't do any of this. And I was trying, and I did a lot. And I was trying not to use flash, because that's like a whole rule that you can't use flash at shows like that.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn, I'm really trying to figure it out. And I think I got it. I got some good ones. And then at the end of it, the main band set, they were performing with the band Below, and they were performing the Below's band singer was performing with the main band singer. And I was like, oh my god, this is like such a cool ass moment. And I'm looking around and no one's around, like taking photo or video. And I'm like, how the fuck is no one around, like capturing this moment?
Yeah.
So I was taking pictures, and I was like, this is so sick. And I was taking pictures, and I was like, it doesn't really do it justice. Like, so then I was like, oh, I have video in my camera. Like, so I started filming, and I filmed it, and I was like, what the fuck? And it was like fucking this feeling of like, oh shit, I can film.
Yeah.
So I started filming, and then I posted that video, and everyone loved it. And I was like, okay, like, I'm gonna start doing that a little bit more than photos too. So I would do both, and then I got into that whole vibe of it, and then that whole world of ska stuff. It sort of kind of blew up a little bit, and it was great. It was everybody liked it. Everybody liked the photos I was doing. Everybody liked the videos I was doing. It was super pumped. I was super pumped at the whole idea that everyone was like, whoa, like we're interested in seeing like. After a show that I went to, they were like, can't wait to see the stuff that you got. It was so sick.
What year was that? What did you say?
2011 to like 14. I was super strong in the ska independent scene, stuff like that. So I was going around with everybody. all types of bands, and I was, you know, I went with a few of them that I really liked, and I would follow them every show that they were at. I would go to that show and capture their stuff for them, and it was like such a sick environment to be around, and like to be walking in and be like, yeah, you know, like I'm fucking, you know, it'd be so sick. And it was so stupid. Like obviously, ska shows aren't crazy like that, but like.
Still though.
To me, it's like in my head, I was like, "Fuck, I'm with the rock stars." Like this is so sick.
Yeah.
That I get to be with all these people that make fucking great music.
Yeah.
And it was cool.
So was that kind of the time where you're like, yeah, I want to do this. Like I want to use my camera to make a living.
It wasn't even not really, because I wasn't really getting paid for any of that stuff. I was kind of just doing it just to do it
for fun.
Yeah. I don't think I got paid for most of it. Looking back. I think I was going just for the experience.
Yeah.
And to like, you know, to like, you know, just to do it.
Yeah, because you liked it.
Yeah.
When was that moment when you're like, yo, I could like make a living off of this?
Like I still haven't. I still don't have that fucking. I still don't have that fucking Nah, but it's true though. Like I feel
that so hard, dog. Come on.
No, but that took a while though. When I was in the ska stuff, like I wasn't thinking about it at all. Even right now when you mentioned it, I was just like, fuck, did I get paid for it? Like I don't think I did. I think I was just doing it off the strength of like me liking what I was doing and capturing. Yeah. It wasn't until like the hip hop stuff that I was like, oh yeah, I should charge this much.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know.
That's
a thing.
Nah, I feel that because like, a lot of us we get into it just because we love it, you know, and we do it because it's something that's fun for us.
Yeah.
Like quick story for me, when I was growing up, I would train a lot, like because I did football and all that. So, one of those times when I was training a lot, I was like. Because I was already on YouTube at this time, too, when I was training often. Because I was watching videos on training.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I'm trying to bring my camera to the gym to record myself. You know what I mean? And then, obviously, like, you start filming yourself. And then you're like, wait, I have to edit this. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do I edit this? So you have to figure out, you know, what software you got to use to edit and go through all that, you know, time. And at the end of the day, it's because you're just having fun. You know, and you're loving what you're creating with the camera, and it's just like it's a whole different experience when you first start filming. I try to remind myself often, like, yo, just have fun. Just have fun, like when you were a kid and you were just filming things.
Yeah.
You know, because I feel like that's when it's the most enjoyable. Because for me, in my case, I get too serious, dog. I'm like, I want it to be the best. I want it to be a movie, and that's good. But it's like, you gotta enjoy it too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Enjoy it. And with that, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back. Hawmie Podcast.
Hawmie Baptist.
Back to the Jason Show.
And we are back. Welcome back. So, I wanted to ask you for...
I hope you keep that in.
I will. Trust. Don't even trip. Don't even worry about nothing.
Okay, go ahead.
So, I know you're into WWE.
Dude, yes. So much.
So, talk to me about this weekend. I know you went to the whole exhibit.
I was at WrestleMania 1-2, and then I was at Raw Monday night. It was so sick being there. It was so terrible because of what happened, but it was so sick being there because it was the first time in like 20 years that it's been here. So I was super pumped to go, and it was my first WrestleMania in person. So I was like fucking pumped. But like the whole comparing it to other WrestleManias, it's like fuck. It's like whatever.
Oh really? Why? Why?
Because in other ones they have like special appearances, or they have other celebrities, or they have fucking surprises, or they have random matches. You know, they have things that'll like intrigue the audience. And this time it was like they announced stuff, and then like kept to it, and then that's it. They didn't
give no surprises.
They didn't give no surprises. They didn't give no like other things. It was kind of just like
it was whatever.
It was cool to be there, and I was happy that I was there, and I enjoyed it. But it was kind of like,
There was no surprises. It was like, what's happening, huh?
There's not that many celebrities, and it's in fucking Hollywood, so you would think it would be like a gang of celebrities around the thing, and like there was nothing really. I don't know.
There was a lot of people though. I saw how packed it was.
80-something thousand.
I was like, what? Yeah. Like, cause the ring is so small compared to the rows of people that were there. I was like, wow, that is insane.
Yeah, it was a lot of people. But once you sit down, you like tune everybody out, kind of.
Yeah. So, I saw Snoop Dogg was there.
Yeah.
So what was the highlight of the night besides obviously being that? Was it like an anniversary day, or 30, was it just
39? They always do it around April 1st.
Okay.
2nd, 3rd, whatever. 39th year of it. So next year's gonna be the anniversary, 40 years of them doing that.
Well, yeah. What was your biggest highlight? Biggest highlight.
I don't know, man. It's kind of tough because they were all okay. There wasn't really like a big like, oh shit, that was fucking good. It was like they're all just fine.
Okay, next year y'all gotta step it up. What's up? Bring the surprises out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Do it up big. You got to for Hollywood. Come on. Being on the West Coast, it's the capital of the U.S. damn near. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I don't know. It's tough. It's tough to say, but I don't know.
What about wrestlers? As far as like, what's your top 3 favorites? Favorite wrestlers?
Oh damn. I don't know. Fuck.
Hey, I gave you a top 3 at least.
Yeah. No, not even one. That. It was more of like.
Not even from the night of overall.
Yeah, I'm not. That's what I'm trying to think of because there's so many. I don't know. I've gone in cycles, like certain years. I have this person and then this person.
What was one of them?
Oh man.
Give me one of the cycles.
I'm trying to right now. At one point it was Shawn Michaels, then it was John Cena, then it was Undertaker, then it was like The Rock, then it was like CM Punk, then it was Daniel Bryan, then it was like Kenny Omega. Now it's like, I don't know, man. Like it's just kind of up in the air. If I could, I guess The Rock, just because it's like it's fucking The Rock.
Yeah.
He was so great. Not even wrestling. It was just like he was great at everything. So it was so cool. Mm-hmm. He was so fucking good. He was so cool.
I heard he has like a nephew or something.
Yeah, there's a bunch of cousins that he has in the
league.
In the league right now. There's a bunch. There's like 5 of them, 6.
Oh wow, dude.
There's 6 of them in the.
I mean that makes sense though. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Hey, Samoans and like Pacific Islanders, they're low key like Mexicans. They multiply. They multiply. You know what I'm saying? The families are big.
They're together, man.
That you know how it is. Like on my dad's side, he's got 5 other brothers. You know what I'm saying? So we have 6 brothers right there on that side. So. Yeah. And like the generation before that, it was like something absurd, like 12 kids.
Yeah, they used to get like a lot busier. I know I think my grandma or my other grandma, they had like 10 to 12. That was like the standard. That's so crazy. I
feel like it's definitely declined.
Oh, for sure.
Like, because, my parents, they had 2. My grandparents, my grandma on my mom's side, she had 3. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and my grandma on her side, on my mom's side, she had like 8 brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying? So huge families, like.
Yeah, it definitely went from like 10 to 12 to like 4 to 3.
Yeah,
2 to
like
4,
even 2,
and then into like 1.
Yeah, like, damn, we gotta continue multiplying, like, what's up? No, but I get it, though. It's expensive to have kids. That's probably why it wasn't expensive back in the day to have kids like that.
You're right, maybe.
And, everything costs, like, 5 times more compared to, like, back in the day.
That's true. I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
That's true.
How did East of the River form? And were you around from the beginning?
Yeah, I'm not sure how they formed exactly, but I know I want to say that Mescal did it with his buddies. I don't know how many of them were, but he was doing that for a couple years, and then he met up with Max, and then he was with Max. I think it went to like just them 2, and it was just them 2 for a while, and then that's when I think it all formed to where kind of maybe other people kind of get it now, to where it's like we were all like, and we were all hanging out, pretty much. We were all going to the same shows. So when I would go to a show, I would see like, because at one point it was like 12 of us or 11 of us.
Yeah.
So like we would all go to shows because there's a lot of shows every other week.
Yeah.
And we'd all be kind of performing together. So it'd be like a group of us, and we'd all like be together in the group, and we'd all like hang out together. So it's like it just kind of naturally formed together. That's where it was like he wasn't like, it's not like he was asking everybody, hey, do you want to be in the group? It was more like, no, we're the group.
We're a group, yeah. Based on the actions, everyone was together.
So like Max was hanging out with Hollow, and then Hollow was hanging out with Kiddo, and then fucking Tech was also hanging out with Mezcal, and then we were hanging out with whoever Hollow or Tech or whatever, or Max, and then Zay was hanging out with Mezcal and Hollow, and then it was just like a whole thing where we were all together. And Don't Sleep was hanging out with, it was just like a big cluster of people, and that was the iteration that I think everybody kind of remembers. And it was cool. It was supernatural, and I liked that. I liked that it was so like organic in the way of like we all kind of hung out together, went to shows together, and when we were like when we were performing at shows and we were like, hey, who's on the lineup, and then we'd be like, oh, this person, oh, okay, we're good. Like we know we're gonna have a good time because they're also on the same lineup. So it was fun. It was fun to see to be in that group around that time because it was so like it was so natural, and then everyone was super hyped on the stuff that we were dropping, videos and photos and all this other stuff. And I was like right there in the mix of everything. So I had like a lot to work with and a lot to play with.
Nice. So
it was such a fun, it was such a great, cool time.
What was one of your favorite videos that you made during that time? 'Cause I know you guys had a few. Like, I remember even seeing like a group video, you know what I'm saying, of like all of them together.
Yeah, we had the cypher in the we had the cypher. It was so funny, the cypher, because we had done it in like a nice studio, and we had done it because we got asked to do paid dues. So we were like, you know how before they used to, I don't know if you know, before they used to do like campaigns, like people used to be like, yo, I want to be on paid dues. Here's my stuff. Here's my music. Here's the video. Here's a live performance. Yeah. And they used to do it, and like we got fortunate enough to be asked beforehand, so we were like, let's do that video, like to kind of like, this is who we are. Bet. Yeah, just so you guys, if no one knows, this is who we are. So we did the video, and it was like so sick because it's like we tried to be real professional with it. So we went to a nice studio in Burbank. We lit it up nicely. We filmed it like a bunch of times, literally a bunch of times, because we were all trying to be perfect, and we were all trying to do it in one take. So one person would fuck up, and we were like, fuck. And then like the third person would fuck up. We'd like, fuck. And then the like fifth or sixth, it's like, fuck. So we did it a couple times, and then we filmed it. It was great. Audio was great. And then like we just didn't feel right. Like it just didn't really feel right.
How come? What didn't feel right about it?
I don't know.
Just the end result.
Yeah, it just didn't really, like, it was good. It was just like whatever. And then like we were just like, we should just do it again. Let's just meet up, all of us. Fuck it, let's meet up and let's do it. And then we were like, well, we're gonna do it because we didn't have a studio at that point. We did the little one, but it's like a room, like a little smaller room. And we were like, I think Mezcal knew someone in the Boyle Heights area that had like a little studio, but it was like an underground basement type of studio. So that's why it kind of looks like that. If you look back at it, it looks like an underground basement type of thing. And we put one light, and we filmed it like twice maybe, and then we did it all in one take. And at that point, everybody knew their verses pretty well. And then we shot it, and then I edited it, and then I colored it and everything. You know, it was so great. It turned out super, like, way better than the first one. And it was just because we kind of went back to, like, let's just have fun with it. Because the other one looked too staged and looked too nice. And if we just had fun with it. And we did have fun with it. And it was sick. It turned out really well. But my favorite music video, I don't know if I have one. Because there's a bunch that I like.
Give me, like, three. Give me three. That you like.
There's the one that I didn't do that I feel like I did, which is Peyote. because I didn't do that one. I didn't film it, but I edited it. But since I edited it, I feel like I made it.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, you did help make it. You know what I'm saying? So
I like that one. And then I like the other one. It was like
that one, Peyotes by Viva, right?
Yeah. I liked. There's two
I
other ones.
I gotta look that one up.
Yeah, there's two other ones that I really liked, and they were both Maxes, and I think it was. And I don't remember the name of it, but it was the one where like I put the camera on a tripod and I went around, but they also went the opposite way around. So it was a one take, and then I went this way, they went that way, and I kept trying to like catch him, and like he kept trying to like rap towards me. It was so sick. It was such a stupid like fun idea, and like I liked that video so much.
That's so tight. That's tight. What was like one thing? What was one thing like you've learned from doing these videos and like being a freelancer? What's like one takeaway that you could, you know, share to other filmmakers based on like, let's say, just music videos?
One takeaway from music videos? Oh man, I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know, man. It's kind of like...
It's not easy, right? I mean, music videos they're complicated. You have to do a lot of things.
Yeah.
You have to play a lot of roles.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's one takeaway.
Be
ready to do a lot of roles.
It's funny because it's so much, but it's so like it's second nature stuff. So it's like I can't really think of it. Plan ahead, I guess, but I don't really plan ahead. Like so, it's like I can't really say much because it's like you should plan ahead, but I don't plan ahead as well as others, like as well as you do. Let me get your equipment. I don't know, dude. Fucking get your cameras up. I don't know. Get your lenses up. I don't know.
I feel it.
Just fucking. Yeah, it's tough.
Do it. Just do it.
Yeah, just do it.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of times with freelancing and everything, we're the biggest things that hold us back.
Yeah.
Like our overthinking, our thinking like that we don't belong there, like in certain spaces. Like we get in our own way more than often than anyone else.
Oh, for sure.
You know, so just don't get in your way. Don't get in your way of yourself and go for it. You know what I mean? If you're really trying to make this, you know, make this a living, make this something out of nothing. So what I want to ask, what's one of your like favorite things to shoot? So like, is it wrestling shows? Is it hip hop shows? Is it weddings? What's kind of your favorite?
I don't know. I shoot a lot of stuff, so it's like I don't get bored, so that's pretty great. I do shoot wrestling shows; those are pretty fun. I haven't done the thing that I want to do, which is like do a recap of like the whole event. I've only ever done like the full matches with multiple cameras, so that's fun. I like doing weddings because that's fun too, because you kind of different people, so different people have different looks and like different wants and needs, so it's kind of like cool to like prioritize it for that person.
Weddings are fun.
So those are fun. Quinceas I guess they're fun. You kind of like it's kind of the same thing, I guess. It's just one person, and you know I'm kind of like I'm not close in age range, but I feel like my mind is close in age to the fucking 15-year-olds, so they're pretty like I know what the fuck to say. Like I'm not a fucking I'm not this old person like filming.
Yeah.
So that's fun. Music videos are fun too, but music videos are like they're it's a lot sometimes. Mm-hmm. So you kind of for me I get stagnant sometimes, and I don't want to do other stuff. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what to do. Anyway, fuck, I don't know. I like working with food. Food's always fun too. Making like seeing them make the food and then plate it, and it's like capturing the food afterwards. That's always fun. Drinks are always fun too. Mm. Event recaps are fun. I don't know.
To me, it seems like you just like it all, bro.
I do it a lot. I do it all, and I do it a lot. I do a lot of different ones. So I never really have like a favorite type of video, or thing that I do or video that I do. Mm-hmm. Or I can't really think of it like that.
No, I get what you're saying. I think for me, just because I love music, like just live performances, like that's probably my favorite. To be out listening to music, taking pictures, doing videos, like that's fun to me for sure.
Yeah. That's fun.
Yeah.
I like doing that, but I would get over in my head, like I want to have the audio to be perfect, and I would want multiple cameras to make that. Because I would love to do that, those old school concerts when you'd have like multiple cameras and sync it all together.
Do all the performances. Yeah, dude. Yeah, man.
That'd be nice.
They still be doing that with like big concerts and stuff.
Yeah, people should do it like for like little concerts even.
Let's do something, bro.
Yeah,
let's do something. We got shooters, bro. We got a bunch of people around us that can help too. So it's possible.
But that's a good thing. I want to do that one.
What So talk to me about your book, bro, and talk to me about your exhibit that you recently had. How did that go, bro?
Yeah, I had a art show in March. We had a bunch of people come out, and it sucks because it was like kind of raining that day, but it was like drizzling. So I think that kind of halted a lot of people from coming. Mm-hmm. But it still had there were still like 80 people, I would say, that went. So I consider that a win. Everybody enjoyed themselves. Everybody had a good time, which was great. And yeah, the book is out, and it took me a while to like condense everything that I've ever done to like a couple pages, and just kind of going back and forth with all the photos. And like I had condensed, because I had like, I don't know if you have drives like that, but I have like 12 drives, and then I like went through every drive. It took like months to like go through it, and then I would go through it, pick the best photos, put it on my desktop, be like, all right, these are the ones for this drive. And then I condensed them down into years, where this is the good one from 2010, this one's the good one from 2011, all the way to 2023. And I was like, this is good. And it went from like hundreds, 200s, 300s, like good photos that I liked. And I condensed them down. And once I condensed them down, I was like, these are fucking terrible. Like, I think, wow, I'm not going to choose any of these. And I legit, like, I would pick them, and then I would like, no, I'm not picking this. And I would put them back. And then it was so difficult to like just find those photos, like be like, all right, these are good, and be content in my mind and my heart that I'm like, all right, these are good ones. I'm gonna post these ones, or I'm gonna put them in the book or whatever. So it was tough because I would go through it like back and forth, trying to figure out which ones are the best ones and which ones are the like whatever ones. And it took a while, and I finally did it, and then I committed to it, and it was so like I always do shit last minute, so. I went to get the books made, but they wanted, because I was going to get the hardcover books, and they wanted to give me like 3 weeks more than I needed, that I wanted.
Yeah. So it's going to be like 3 weeks later.
It was going to be a month and 3 weeks. So if I wanted to get them done by the show, like I would have had to done it in January. Because they have to give you a proof. And at the time I was like dealing with the website stuff. So I was like, I would have to pay for it. First off, pay for it, and then get the book back, shipped to me, and then I would see it, look at the book, and if it doesn't like work out, I would have to send it back
and do it again,
and they'd have to do it again until it works. Yeah. And I was like, fuck, I can't, like, it's my first book, and I can't, like, I don't have that time for them to do that, for me to do it, and just in case, like, it doesn't look good on the first try, to have that other set of 3 weeks or whatever.
Yeah.
So, like, I was super lucked out, and I had asked this magazine that runs here in downtown LA, that they'd also do photos and stuff, and I always liked their magazines, and I was like, can I get the spot where you get them printed? So they gave me the spot. I went to the spot. I did it in person with the owner. I showed him all the photos, and they were like, they're really good photos, and I was like, fuck yeah. That was great. And then he was like, here's how you should do it. Here's how the dimensions should be. Give yourself a little bit more of this. And like, he really helped me out, and I was super pumped about the end result. And honestly, I haven't even looked at it since the day of I sent it in to get printed. I haven't looked at the book since.
Hey, yeah, I know why. Because you took that long to go through all those pictures. Yeah. You get tired of it at one point, like, bro.
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
Honestly, I haven't looked at it since. Because there's a photo my wife said. She was like, "Yeah, you have that one in your book," and I was like, "I do." Like, I don't remember. And yeah, everyone went to the show. Everybody bought a book. It was so sick to see people walking around with it. And I'm like, oh wow, like I made that. I made everything from the cover art to like the name of it to like every photos to like the dedications in the back. It was sick. It was sick to see all the photos. It's sick to see when you see your photos printed, but it was sick to see like an actual like book thing that you could flip through and be like, oh shit, all this is mine.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It was cool.
Inspiration, bro. You're inspiration to a lot of people. So good job for that, for sure.
Thanks.
What's the title of the book?
I named it "I Shoot People."
Oh, okay.
It doesn't say it anywhere on the book, but that's what I call it. I call it "I Shoot People."
Tight. So definitely go cop you an "I Shoot People" book by Muds. You know what I'm saying? His first ever. Definitely reach out to him, hit his DMs, you know what I'm saying?
Please.
Any type of social media. But yeah, let's go into some quick questions. Some would you rather. So I got one right here. Would you rather have corn or flour tortillas?
Oh, fuck. I've been really feeling corn recently.
Why?
I'm gonna still say flour, but I've been feeling corn recently. I don't know. I like the little street tacos.
Yeah.
Little street tortillas. Because I got them recently, and I'm like, fuck, they actually like make them for people to buy them. That's so sick. Because if I make tacos at home, it could be like, I could have that little circle one instead of the bigger corn ones.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Still flour, though.
Still flour, though. For the flavor, huh?
For the flavor, yeah.
Nah, I agree with you. Flour is amazing, but like the corn, it's like, it's just, you can't replace it with the tacos. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's second to none. Elote or raspado?
Oh, raspado all the time.
Okay, why?
Vanilla. I fucking love it. I don't know.
That's your go-to?
Yeah.
Vanilla raspado? Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, vanilla
do you get vanilla year-round? Like?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah,
If they don't have it, I'm not getting it. I'm not getting raspado.
Yeah, nah, vanilla, dude.
Yeah, vanilla's the best.
Vanilla's
I tried the other ones, like, what is it, strawberry or the blue, I don't know, blue, green, red.
Yeah, they have all kinds of
vanilla is the best.
Yeah.
To me, at least. I don't know.
No, bet that.
I like that one the most.
Lemons or limes?
Huh. I always thought limes were lemons. So I'm gonna say limes.
Yeah.
But
Limes. Yeah, for sure limes. I feel like, cause lemons, like, I feel like they're good in certain dishes.
They're
or
sweeter.
Whatever.
They're sweeter, yeah.
But just that lime, like, it goes across all Mexican food. Like, you can have it in your soups, you can have it in your burritos, you can have it in your tacos, your bowls, fucking everything. You know what I'm saying?
So good.
It's definitely limes over here. But lemons are good. Lemon, you know, lemonade is good, you know what I'm saying? But
in the Dorothy house that I had, we had fucking trees everywhere. And we had like 2 lime trees. We didn't have lemon trees. We had 2 lime trees.
Oh, that's tight.
It was sick.
That's tight.
From the beginning, I have a video on my YouTube channel. When you walk in, there would be the avocado tree. It would be big as fuck. Or the lime tree, sorry. Lime tree in the front, and then you'd keep going, another lime tree, and then roses, and then you walk through the garage walkway up to the back to where more flowers that my mom would do. And then on this side, it would be like oranges and granadas.
Oh man, you had the whole set.
Yeah, my mom and dad used to like they planted all that stuff.
That's beautiful.
So they had the granada, guayaba, the oranges, los mispiros. I don't know if you ever had those, and the avocado trees were in the back. It was sick. It was sick to have all those like random.
That's tight. My family has an avocado tree.
Yeah.
So
you don't really what is it? You don't really appreciate it until you know you don't have one.
Yeah, until it's gone.
Until it's gone.
Sure.
Yeah.
For
it's
sure.
Like, now it's like fuck. It'd be so sick if we had one.
For sure. All right, and we gotta take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Hawmie Podcast.
Hawmie Badges. I mean betches.
And we're back to the Hawmie podcast. Alright, next question. So would you rather have Jamaica or horchata?
Oh, fuck. Horchata, because I had a bad experience with Jamaica.
What happened?
I got like a real bad stomach ache after the last time that I had Jamaica. I think it was like fucking 3 years ago. Do you think it was the sugar? I don't know. I have no idea.
Something happened.
I tasted it and I was like, it kind of doesn't taste. I feel like it tastes bad, but it doesn't, because it didn't. But I felt it in my head and I was like, this is kind of weird.
And then stomach ache.
And then the stomach ache happened like an hour after, and it didn't stop until like the next day. So horchata hasn't done that. But the only thing with horchata is that you sometimes I don't know. It's like
it's a hit or miss.
It's a hit or miss.
It's because some people
depends on the person.
They prepare it. Sometimes they prepare it off with the mix, and we don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have it from the recipe, from scratch, from the homemade recipe. Yeah.
But you kind of get the okay. I know where this spot has the good one, and this one they don't have the good one. No, so you kind of get it.
Bet that. I feel like horchata dominated my childhood, and once I got older, I was like, oh yeah, I really like Jamaica. But
it's good. It's really good.
Jamaica's amazing, dude. Jamaica's amazing.
But I haven't had it in a while, so maybe I'll try it again. Maybe.
All right, flan or arroz con leche?
Ah, fuck. I don't like any of them.
You don't like any of them? Zero. Okay. Why?
I don't like flan. I don't like that texture. The softness. That's why I don't like yogurt. That's why I hardly like lotion. Like I don't know. I hate that creamy texture of like how flan is, because it's super soft and and then arroz con leche also the same thing. I've eaten both, but they're like. That's why the same thing. I don't like. What's that cake? The tres leches. I don't like that either.
Oh,
it's too soft.
I love all of these.
Too
things
soft,
you're
man.
talking about.
Too soft.
See, I'm like the type of person that loves a soft texture. Like, I can't do like a slimy texture. You feel me? Like the slimy gets me. I'm like, oh.
Like what?
Like, papaya, for example.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's not like super slimy. It's not super slimy.
Is it the orange one?
But it's moist. It's the like orange longer one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those get me. Like,
I don't like that one either.
Bro, and it sucks too because
they look good though.
Papayas are good for you. They're good for your stomach. Good. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the times, I be like, these are like from childhood, because as a child I was that way, and then as an adult it impacts you still because. Yeah, you still put those barriers up. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
But yeah, we shouldn't put those barriers up because fruits are good for us. Very good. So eat your fruit.
Have you had dragon fruit?
Yes, dragon fruit's good. I like dragon fruit.
It looks unappealing, but
you haven't had it yet.
I haven't had it yet.
You should try it. It's good. It tastes like little I guess got seeds in it, so it tastes almost like a chia seed type of fruit. So it's good, bro. Definitely give that one a shot. Definitely. Black beans or pinto beans?
Pinto. I didn't know black beans existed until my wife.
Dude, that's funny because my fiance, like, she got me into black beans.
Yeah.
And she's from...
Where's she from?
She's from Mérida, Yucatan. So that's what they eat over there. Like, more often than not, is black beans.
Yeah, I had no idea about black beans.
Yeah, pinto beans were the beans.
I think I saw them, but I was like...
My grandma, like, my entire life has
pinto
cooked pinto. You know what I'm saying?
Pinto all the way.
But
all the way.
I like myself a black bean, bro. Come on, it's good.
Do you like mashed or not mashed?
I like them mashed. It just depends on the mood. Sometimes I like it soupy, you know what I'm saying, with the beans, or like, you know, mashed up and everything.
I don't like the mashed ones just because the texture just looks super like too mashed.
Yeah,
it looks it looks like paste.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd rather see some of the remnants of the bean.
I love myself some mashed potatoes. So mashing up my beans
that makes sense.
It's not far from that.
Yeah.
But man, just wanted to finish off with, like, if you had anything to say, like any shout outs for anyone.
Yeah, first off, shout out Jason. Ever since we met, it was always very professional from him. I always liked the way that, because I was hired to do like behind the scenes for his video, and when I went, he just had everything on point, and it was something so like I didn't realize. I didn't think about it. Like I was going so much hard with like run and gun and like whatever happens that I was like, oh, that's right. You could do the shot list, you could do the thing list, you could do the equipment list. Like you could have all these things that will help you like later. And I was like, fuck, I don't think about it. I didn't think about it until I saw you do it, and I was like, oh, that's right. Like, it's a very good idea that you do this. And one of the best things that you gave, the idea that you gave me was a fucking cart. I had no idea that you should get a cart. If that's one of the things that you should do, get a freaking cart, like a little thing that you could put all your equipment in, and then you could walk it around. It's so genius that I was like, that's so smart.
Gotta have a cart.
So it's like, ever since that day, I was just like, oh yeah, this guy knows what he's doing. Like,
hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't know your story like that. I don't know how many videos you've done. I don't know any of it, but I know that you do it on point, and I like their setup, and I like the equipment list that you have, and the shot list that you have. It's always really good to see, and it's nice. I was like, I always appreciate it. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna shout you out.
Hell yeah. Thanks,
so,
bro.
Yeah, man, you're fucking great.
Thank you, dog. Any other shout-outs besides me?
Yeah, just Moby. Shout out to Moby. Hey.
Hell yeah. And Moby, what's up, man, dog? I'm finna have you on the show, dog. Sooner than later.
But yeah, that's it. Shout out to my crew. Shout out to everybody else. And buy a book, please.
Yeah. Get yourself a book. Come on.
Yeah.
Where can they find you? Social medias?
At Mighty Muds everywhere. MIGHTYMUDS.
Makes it super easy.
Yep.
I feel like that's something I lack, is like just an easy name for people to remind me as. I'll get there eventually.
Jason Lucero.
Yeah, like when I tell people that, they type in an L, and I'm like, ah, god damn it.
Yeah. Is it Jason Charles or is it Jason Lucero? What's your name?
Well, my Instagram is L Jason Lucero. My other Instagram used to be Jason Charles Lucero, but it got censored, so I had to move my Instagram to a different one. But that's a different story for a different day. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. We come in every Wednesday with it, so definitely tap in. Appreciate you coming in as well, big dog. Thank you. Go tap in with Muds on his social medias. And yeah, we'll go from here. Have a great one, y'all. Take care.
Hawmie Podcast. Hawmie Podcast.